Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 3rd. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this mistakes card. It says mistakes will be made, but you'll learn from them. You also have this odd jobs card. It says consider creating multiple streams of income. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that for everybody right now. So, yeah, I mean, I've literally been saying this since Uranus went into Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is about freedom or creating more freedom in your life. And a great way to create freedom is to like have a side hustle or, start a side project where you feel more free. So that's definitely one way you can do it. It doesn't have to be the only way, but it is a way to do that. So I think that anything you can do on the side would be very helpful. This could even be in your business as well. It's like maybe you have a business and you're offering something extra or you're offering something different. So I would be looking into those options. This Fool kind of popped out here with this Wheel of Fortune. So we're going to take both. Why not? And let's see what comes up for you here, Virgo. This first row represents your past energy. So in the past, you have the Ten of Swords. There could have been a difficult ending, or you could have feel like someone stabbed you in the back. I'm pretty sure this story has been repeating for you for a couple weeks now. So you could be dealing or healing with, healing from a situation where you feel like you made a mistake with that mistakes card, or maybe you feel like a person did you dirty or, stabbed you in the back. And the good news is that he's making a symbol right here with his hands that represents a blessing. It's the same symbol the Hierophant is making right here. So you have the Hierophant right next to it. And this right here, those two cards together would kind of represent a blessing in disguise to me. So there could be some sort of blessing in disguise that you are going through or you have experienced, some sort of blessing in disguise. You have the Four Cups. The Four Cups can represent kind of like having been disappointed by something in the past. So sometimes I feel the Four Cups is just like a disappointment. A lot of people read it as the grass being greener on the other side. So, that's definitely something that could have happened. A person could have thought the grass is greener and they could have left you for another situation. But really what I get here is just like you wondering if you're ever going to get like what you want. He's trying to manifest these cups in his life. He's manifested these three cups, but he's not happy with what he's received. And then he has one more cup reaching out of the clouds. So I do feel like there could be something coming in for you that you do actually want. And we even have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups could be love, of course, it would be a perfect match coming in for you, but it could also just be you matching up with something. So, again, it doesn't have to be love. If you've been disappointed in work or business or the results you're getting, the Two of Cups is like you and your higher self, and it would say you're communicating more with your higher self in some way, like through your dreams, your daydreams, signs, symbols, synchronicities, or whatever, and because you're listening, you're actually attracting what you want. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, the card of expansion and growth, going this way to the Ace of Wands. To me, the Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot. It's like a spark of hope or a spark of inspiration. Sometimes I feel it's just that one thing you need to get motivated to take action or to create something of success in your life. And I feel for a lot of you that you're expanding towards a result here, or you're expanding towards a new beginning. The Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. And it's like out with the old, in with the new right here. So I feel like you are attracting something new that has a lot of growth potential. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Submission card. This card reminds me of the Eight of Swords. You can see that there's this bird in this cage, but the cage door is open. The bird could easily set itself free. So I do feel it's time for you to set yourself free from something that's like been a mistake, or maybe you thought it was a mistake and now you can like move forward. I don't know if I said this, by the way, this is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I might be repeating myself, but there you go. With the Four of Cups, you have this Principles card. You have this, and you also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is definitely a card of principles and having certain beliefs or believing certain things. So again, some of you might have been disappointed by a person's beliefs, or maybe you just had completely different beliefs about life, and that could have caused an issue here as well. Maybe the two of you were just too different, or maybe you were just opposites too much, right? Like sometimes opposites work, but sometimes it doesn't. So I feel for a lot of you that you're just letting that go. You have this speculation card here. Again, you could see something new coming your way. You have the Three of Wands, which is like your ships coming in. And then the speculation card could be you kind of like developing an interest in a new direction. It's like you're speculating on whether or not something is going to be good for you or not. And I think the answer is simple. You have to listen to your inner voice, your higher self, and also pay attention to any, inspirations or sign, symbols, synchronicities that you're getting with the Ace of Wands, because you are clearly being guided towards, something that's going to be a lot better for you. Next, in the area of the present, just right now, you have this orphaned card and this time for a nap card. So some of you could feel left out in the cold in love, or you could just feel like someone did kind of leave you high and dry. The time for a nap card says it's time for you to recharge your batteries. It's time for you to heal yourself and get into a better position in life. I feel for a lot of you, and a lot of people, by the way, the month of June, the monthly readings, there was a lot of stuff about really needing to make sure you're protecting your energy. If you need a nap, take a nap. If you need to sleep more, sleep more. If you need to rest, relax, recover, do it. And so I would definitely listen to that, because again, it came up in like everybody's reading, but I do feel it's time for you to recharge at this time. The other thing is that I think that something new is coming in for you very quickly. You have the Hierophant, Two of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Hierophant would kind of represent a blessing. Again, he's making that symbol right there with his hands, and that symbol would represent receiving some sort of blessing. The Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth, and so he communicates with both sides. I also think that you are communicating with both sides. You have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is you and your higher self. So do not ignore any messages or any sign, symbol, synchronicities that you're receiving, or if you're having dreams about something, I would also pay attention to that as well with this energy. For sure. And here you go, Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups says that you are communicating with your higher self. This right here is the Staff of Hermes, which is Mercury, and Mercury is communication. So the Two of Cups represents good communication. I also do feel that, again, there could be a new person or new desire that you're having for a person. And so if you want love, you could be attracting a new person with the Two of Cups. And I would say it's like a perfect match. Two of Cups is a perfect match. The funny thing is that you have the Eight of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Pentacles, he kind of has his face buried in his work, right? He's not looking up. He's looking down at what he is working on. So he is more focused on his work. And we talked about this, how your astrology has changed recently. And I do think that for the most part, it's like you are no longer being controlled by, the desires for love or the desires for a relationship. And you might be finding yourself more focused on work. And that's probably exactly why something new is coming in, because you're not focusing on it. You're focusing on something different. I also feel pretty good about this for those of you that have been working towards something in your life and hoping to get a result. Eight of Pentacles is kind of like material success on the horizon. So if you've been working, diligently on your craft, or if you've been working to master a craft in your life, a lot of you, it looks like, are mastering your craft, or you are kind of, doing the work necessary to get future rewards or results. Eight of Pentacles can also be money that's owed to you, and I never really say that unless it pops into my head. So it did pop into my head, and I feel a lot of you could be getting rewards for the work that you've done. With the Hierophant, you have this revenge card. I would be careful of a past person. Some of you could have already dealt with like a situation involving revenge as well. This has come up for you in the past, for sure, Virgo. I think I've said this to you in past readings as well, that you've dealt with a situation, with like a person who stabbed you in the back or did you dirty in some way. And we literally see that on this card. I think that you need to trade places with this person. It's like you're down here and they're up here. It's almost like you're putting the situation on a pedestal, or you're allowing it to control you, which sometimes happens. Like sometimes someone, does something to us and then it can prevent us from moving forward. And I think this has already happened. That's why I'm not really worried about it. I think it's more saying that you need to conquer the situation by realizing that like one mistake or something like that doesn't define you. With the Two of Cups, you have this practicality card. I mean, you're a Virgo, like you are the sign of practicality. So I think, having a practical plan and being very practical would be a good idea. I also feel you are kind of like following a plan at this time. So I would stick to any good ideas or new plans that you have in your life. I think they will lead to a lot more success. With the Eight of Pentacles, here you go. You have the resourcefulness card. We're in a time of resourcefulness. Literally every single person I've been reading for the past 6 months, has been all about resourcefulness, being resourceful. I just did the next 6-month readings, which should be out on the channel now. And in those readings, like everybody had these cards that were like, oh, you need to be more resourceful, or you need to keep an eye on your resources. So I would just stay resourceful, make sure that you're, not spending too much and all that other good stuff. But, it doesn't even have to be that. It could just say, keep an eye on your resources. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles could also say that you're increasing your resources, or you're doing something to increase your resources. Next, in the area of the good stuff in the future, you have this Vulture Spirit says nothing is wasted. You have this Wombat Spirit says be at home. So I think it's a great month, the entire month of June. I know this is a weekly reading, but I think it's a great month to spend extra time, recharging your batteries, listening to your inner voice, doing what you need to do to stay focused, all that other good stuff. I would just make sure you're doing it. The vulture, vultures are masters of conservation of energy. They don't spend too much time, effort, or energy doing any one thing. When you see a vulture in the sky, they're usually soaring around. They're not really flapping their wings. So it says, they know when it's time to strike. They know when it's time to start using their energy. And I feel for a lot of you, this is saying, know the difference. Know when you need to take a break, and know when it's time to get to work. It would be much, much better for you to spend, there's the old business cliche of it's better to have like 1 hour of focus work than it is to have 8 hours of just work all over the place, right? So I think that it would be better for you to know when it's time to strike and take action on things, and when it's time to take a rest. So listen to your body, right? Listen to yourself. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. I do think the whole entire reading is saying you are pretty much letting go of one thing and you're just having something new come into your life. Ace of Wands is, passion and desire. So there could be, number one, a very desireful connection coming in for you. But I also feel that you are working on new things, like new projects and new business ideas or whatever that could be leading to a lot of success and growth for you. So that looks amazing. You have the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. The Wheel of Fortune is a change in your fortunes. So I feel like there could be a change in your fortunes, probably through taking a leap of faith. Again, when I was drawing the cards, that Fool kind of slid out onto my lap. So that's why I took it. But I feel for a lot of you that this could be saying a leap of faith is going to lead to a change in your fortunes. I also feel that you are kind of setting yourself free a little bit. The Fool has those frozen mountains behind him, and it could say that he's frozen or he's just not making a move and he needs to take the leap of faith. But it's coming up in the good stuff, so I do feel a lot of you are making moves. And also on top of that, it's like you're getting the inspiration. The Ace of Wands can be, a spark that is inspiring, or some sort of spark in your life that inspires you to take action. So I feel for a lot of you, this could just be like a spark that inspires you to take action. You have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about nurturing and caring for yourself. Pretty much the whole entire reading has been saying that you need to take the extra time to, listen to your inner voice, to nurture, to heal yourself. I would also take the time here with this card to listen to your intuition. Your higher self is clearly trying to get your attention. And if you don't know what that means, or if you don't know what that is, I think meditation time, paying attention to your dreams, maybe having a dream journal or something like that would be a really good idea for you as well. It would probably, could lead to some messages. With the Ace of Wands, you have this authority card. I think that you are becoming an authority figure in life. This could be on a small scale. It could be that you're taking the authority like in your family and you're, stepping up as a leader inside your family. It could be that you're doing this in business as well. I think that new ideas, new directions is where it's at for you. This has been true for like the last 2 years, but I think that these next few years basically is where Virgo is going to take the vision of the last 2 years and like really kind of bring it into this reality. And so it seems to me like some of you could be, I always get this thing for you, Virgo, about your identity. It's like your identity is changing and you're kind of like being seen as a leader. With the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, you have this independence card. I mean, again, you're a Virgo. You probably are pretty independent. You probably do take care of yourself, but I think it would be a good time for you to do things that you want to do. To be independent, to pay attention to whatever it is that you're working on or creating in your life. And yeah, that's pretty much all I would do here with this card. Is I would just pay attention to your wants and desires. With the Queen of Cups, you have this inspiration card. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands can represent a spark of inspiration or a spark of hope. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be kind of having these sparks of inspiration, or you could be becoming inspired by something new or new things in your life. And I would move towards inspiration. Again, I always say that with the Ace of Wands, that if you, I'm choking now. If you feel inspired to do something or you have a moment of inspiration, I would move towards it. You also could be inspiring other people with this energy right here. So I think that we have, with Pluto going into Aquarius, it could be a really good time for you to, just live your life. And by living your life, you're inspiring people, which is what you should be doing. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. Again, more on this whole kind of being guided by your higher self. I think that you are being guided you could notice, what I'm trying to spit out here is you could notice moments in your life where you feel inspired to do something, and then whatever you felt inspired to do leads to something else. So I would kind of follow the threads in your life. If one thing leads to another, keep going, because I think that's where the success will be here. You have this owl card. It says good advice from a wise person. I think it's a great time to learn from people, to educate yourself through learning from other people as well. So, there you go. You have this frying pan card. Says trouble, accusations, revenge card, right? Again, I think that you dealt with something where someone said something about you, or, whatever they did. And I think it's time to turn that situation around, but you're doing it on your own. You have this gong card. It says an exciting event. I think there is a lot of excitement coming in for you. Again, the Ace of Wands is excitement, enthusiasm. So I would move more towards things that are exciting you in life. You also have this tortoise card, and it says slowly but surely getting ahead. So you are clearly making progress, and I feel like you finally are seeing the progress that you're making. And finally, if I don't choke, you have this unicorn card. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So I feel you are clearly tapping in, which we said, listening to your higher self, which is creating these beneficial changes. But this looks really good, Virgo. Love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.